Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by today. I am doing a tutorial video for a subscriber that was having some challenges on scoring pre-cut cards. Now she watched my how to write on a pre-cut card video. So let's see if we can help her out. The first thing you want to do is you want to create the size of your card that you're going to be scoring on. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to do 5 by 5. And I'm going to change this color to gray. Then I'm going to duplicate this. And I'm going to resize this one to be just a little bit smaller. Now at this point, this is a template. And you're going to use this template to determine how much space you want between the edge of your card and the score line. I'm going to change that small square to pink. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it, and we're going to center it. Now let's say you want the score line to be thicker than this. So you could bring it down to 3.75. You would align it again. There we go. You know what? Let's just leave it at that. Let's create our score lines. So we're going to go to Shapes. I'm going to go ahead and make this 3 3/4 because that's the size of that inner square. And bring it on over to the edge. Duplicate that. Bring this one over to the edge. So you can kind of see the score line here. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it again. And I'm going to flip this horizontal. I'm just kind of looking at the grid line here. I'll move it over, and if it looks like it's not exactly level, I will change it. But wow, okay, first time. That's great. Duplicate it again. Just reminding you this is just a template. Great. Let's go ahead and hide that pink square, and then you'll see what your score lines look like. Pretty darn good for the first time. Now this one's got a little bit of an overlap, so I'm going to bring this one up and see if I can get all the angles. Yep, that looks great. All right, so let's go ahead and move that gray square over. I'm going to highlight this whole thing. We're going to group it, and then we're going to attach it. Go to Make It. I'm using my Maker 3, so I'm on mat 12 by 12, and I'll continue. Now you'll see on your first mat you have the square, and on the second mat you have your score lines. So let's go ahead and move this over to the first mat. So I'm going to click on the three little dots right here and say Move Object, and then click on that gray box. There we go. So here's where you want to go ahead and try to use that again. I know this is kind of hokey, but it's worked before as far as the trying it before I did this video. You just kind of want to eyeball it. This is your actual card stock that you're putting down that you've sized. I want to make a little side note here. Now you see how this image is all the way up to the left edge? On your mat, when you're putting your pre-cut cardstock, make sure that you put it in that same position as this mat here. So you don't want to bring it all the way up to the corner of your mat. You want to leave probably 1/8 of an inch. The old mats on for Cricut used to have a red line as if it was right here on the mats, but they don't have that anymore, or at least the ones that I bought recently. All right, let's go back. So that looks pretty good. I'm happy with where the score lines are. I'm going to click on the gray box on the outside, click on the 3 little dots, and I'm going to hide it. So you're going to put your pre-cut card on this mat, exactly like this, and then you'll hit Continue, and it's going to score it on your pre-cut card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll go over to the craft table. Well, I was thinking that this paper was the best for you to see it as far as the score line goes. I think the Maker 3 is amazing, by the way. I have all of the Cricut machines now. And I do have a maker, but my maker stopped working. I'm not really sure why. It's old. I got it when it first came out, so maybe that's why. But anyway, I got a Maker 3. Do you see your score lines here? Isn't that beautiful? Amazing, right? I hope this was helpful. I did want to show you something that I did. I took it off the mat before I explained it to you. On the mat, you see these little lines that are going like this, right? And I mentioned earlier in the video that the old mats used to have a red line that went around that you could align your material with. But for this one, you want to line the top one right at the edge of the little lines. Let me zoom in a little bit. That's out. Okay, now that it's focused. You want to align your material right underneath those lines, and then you want to bring it over so that it's on the edge of this line. Now, if you wanted to like go crazy, this is an old mat. So I'm going to go ahead, well, since my it's old or new, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my own mats. Am I still in line? Yeah. I mean, in line? Am I still on the camera? Okay, I wish I had my T-square roller because I'd be a lot more confident with what I'm doing right now. All right, that looks, based on this being even there. And I'm gonna just draw a line. Okay, Sharpie didn't like the mat too much, but it's there. You can see it. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing here. I don't need to do it all the way down, but just to make sure that it is even, I'll just bring it down to about right there. Okay, so that's what you want to do. I don't know if this confuses you more, is you want to line it up right like that, and then you'll go ahead and that score line will work. So if you're the subscriber and you're watching this, could you let me know if that worked for you? If we can do something else to help you with that. Yeah, just leave it in the comments section, or you can email me. My email's cardcreationsbykim@gmail.com. All right, everybody, good luck if you try it, and let me know how it turns out. Have a great day.